Commit your way to the Lord, trust also in him, and he shall bring it to pass. Psalm 37 verse 5.
You know, this is our story. Students of the 80s, 90s, and early 2000s. Studying back then, it was different, not easy, but much more fun. And honestly, unforgettable. When classes were suspended, there were no text alerts, no Facebook announcements, not even TV or radio updates. You only found out when you already got to school, drenched from the heavy rain, shoes squeaking, bag dripping wet. Then someone would shout, "Suspended en clase." What else could you do but laugh with your classmates? That was part of the adventure. Research didn't mean typing on Google. Nope. It meant walking to the library, memorizing the Dewey Decimal System, and flipping through pages of thick, dusty books. Computers were rare, and even if you found one, forget the internet. It wasn't there yet. Back then, learning meant really reading books, taking notes, and spending hours searching. And when it came to reporting, there was no PowerPoint, no Canva, just manila paper, a Pentel pen, and your neatest handwriting. You had to make it clear so your classmates could read. And when you presented, your voice had to be loud enough to reach the students at the back. In public schools, books were borrowed, not owned. If you had 4 books, you were already lucky. That's why being friendly mattered. If not, no books for you. Exams were always a big deal. 3 half-days in a row and you reviewed like crazy. There was always that one classmate who didn't review and depended on copying. After exams, classmates checked each other's papers. The teacher announced your score in front of everyone. High scores made you feel like a champion, but low scores? Expect laughter, plus a little sermon from your teacher. Now, being the classroom secretary, that was tough. By the end of the day, you were tired, covered in chalk dust. And ironically, you still had no notes of your own. So you ended up borrowing from classmates anyway. Note-taking was serious. The more complete your notebook, the better your chances at high marks. Lunch breaks were another adventure. The canteen was packed, or sometimes the food wasn't even good. So you'd walk out of school looking for cheap food that fit your tiny allowance. Sometimes it felt like you walked all the way home just to eat. During free time, girls played Chinese garter, boys played sipa or other street games. And if you could play the guitar, you were instantly cool. Extra points if you were handsome too. Being famous back then wasn't about having the latest iPhone. You were the star if you had a Game Boy. Others had brick games, or like me, a simple Game & Watch. But it was enough to make you the center of attention. And, oh, the Christmas parties. Everyone wore their best clothes. Each one contributed P50R for the exchange gift. Most of the time, you'd end up with a handkerchief. Me, I always got a drinking glass. But the games, the laughter, the bonding after the party at a classmate's house, those made it truly unforgettable. You see, back then there were no smartphones, no social media, no modern distractions. And yet, life felt richer, happier, more real. Looking back, those simple school days gave us more than just lessons. They built our values, resilience, patience, resourcefulness, and camaraderie. We learned to share, to help one another, and to enjoy life in its simplest form. I miss those days. No gadgets, but the memories, they were priceless. I miss the old days.
I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. Philippians 4 verse 13.